I would like to tell you today about our grant program. Why I'm standing here. As you, I believe mostly or all of you maybe know that I'm part of the association. I started more than 1 year ago in the ecosystem team, and my goal today is to tell you about a few words about the grant program and our objectives, the current state of the grant program, and what we are doing in the ecosystem team. So mainly, we are trying to boost our ecosystem with giving the possibilities for the DApps to build on top of Casper blockchain. And we are providing support for these teams with a Casper grant program to help them deliver their decentralized applications on Casper. I believe as is the community event of Casper, you all know what is Casper, but just in few words, layer 1 blockchain, a non-EVM with a consensus model proof of stake. It was designed by Casper Labs to be feature-proof, and we want to achieve that by being simple, which means with the option of compiling the actually any language supported by the WebAssembly compilers, you can run up and deploy the smart contract on Casper, which gives us access to the much broader environment of developers than only these ones who already did the first steps in the blockchain. But talking about the languages, our smart contracts are written in Rust, which Casper architecture also gives the possibility to make them upgradable. So if you are building the application, a decentralized application on top of Casper, you want to maybe in the future deliver the next feature as on the other app, like in Google Store or Apple Store. So you need to have, or you want to have possibility to add new features with this smart contracts on Casper that you can upgrade them. You have this possibility, and it can be done very simple. You are just deploying the new version of the smart contract, and it's up and running on Casper. And Casper chain is also decentralized. We have 100 validators. A few days ago, we have a big update of our chain, 1.5.2, which gives the option for the fast synchronization with our nodes. Actually, everyone can start up the node and synchronize with Casper, and also try to be a validator, take a part in the validator actions to validate the blocks on Casper and be rewarded for that. So actually, why the Casper network was built? So I can start with that Casper is actually divided onto the entities. First one is Casper Labs, which is heavily involved with the enterprise and institutions adoption, and they are trying to solve real world issues with blockchain. So this is why we are working close with IBM. We are part of the Hyperledger Foundation. We are partnering with AWS, Google Cloud. Recently, we announced the partnership also with Credit Agricole. With the help of Nucleus Finance, we are trying to change the financial systems with also Actus standard that it's closing a lot of banking contracts in our smart contracts. But this is not only what is the Casper, because there is also the second part. There is a Casper association where I'm working too, and we are more oriented on the end user applications, and also on boosting the Casper ecosystem and the network itself. This is why we launched 25 million grant program on Casper. It was established last year on December. And the key areas on which we are focusing on with grants is actually DeFi, gaming, NFTs with use case, and infrastructure. And the actually aim of the grant program at the first period, we focused mainly on filling the gaps in the ecosystem, because there was few places that we need to deliver the infrastructural projects to help other teams to build on top of Casper to easify this experience. Now we are trying to make a bit pivot with grant program. We are firstly we will be more oriented on the KPIs that I'll mention in a moment, but also try to proactively look for the projects that we want to invite to the ecosystem. So it doesn't mean that that application form that is on our website will be, let's say, stopped, but we'll be much more selective and focusing on the volumes. And we are constantly also trying to improve the documentation. This is why we established a separate dev reward program that Nicholas, my teammate from ecosystem team, will give you the details just after my speech. So the main KPIs that we are now will be focusing on with Casper grant program, it's the activity of wallets on our chain, transaction volume, and also total value logged that teams can bring on Casper network. What's actually the application process, and why it is worth to apply on Casper? What are the benefits for the teams? So it is not only the support of with funding, but we are trying to also help you when you'll be accepted as a project to the grant program. First of all, we'll assign the project manager to you, because we treat each proposal of the grant program as a project. So the project manager will help you to deliver the whole scope. Then we can also support you with technical issues, which I believe is quite unique in the blockchain space. I know that in other ecosystems, grant programs are not so, let's say, oriented on the support. So if you will have any issues with deployment or anything, we can always reach out on our communication channels. We'll have the Telegram group directed just for you to address all your questions. Then if your solution will be a bit closer to launch, let's say you'll have it on testnet, we can help you with go-to-market strategy, give you a bit more visibility. We can think about adding you to the Casper ecosystem.io, which it's aggregating all the apps in our ecosystem. We can consider organizing some AMAs or Twitter spaces with our marketing team. And at the end, we can also offer you to do some warm welcomes to the VCs partnering in our ecosystem to help you with fundraising with this, let's say, challenging market. What's the current state of Casper ecosystem? So as I mentioned before, at the beginning, we focus on the filling gaps into our ecosystem. So to name a few, Nintendo, Melem, and XP Network, these are the projects that are building their solutions around the NFT technology. Web3 authentication, the Appium, GameSwift, together with Unity and Unreal SDK. It's our foundations for the gaming ecosystem. Oracle and Router Protocol These are, first one is the bridge, second is the cross-communication protocol, that is a baseline infrastructure for each DeFi ecosystem. Uphold and ramp network are on-ramp providers from Fiat to Casper. And some of you already received a grant, maybe not all of you will apply to the grant program, but maybe you know some teams that have nice ideas. So how to get a grant on Casper? The process is pretty straightforward. You need to visit the casper.network/accelerate and then fill up the form, which is 10 to, let's say, 20 questions that we want to ask you. What is the solution about that you're applying with? And how to boost your chances to, let's say, be preliminary accepted to the next stages of the grant process. So it is actually fitting into these grant strategic pillars that I mentioned: DeFi, gaming, NFTs, and infrastructure. Then, if you are capable to deliver the scope of this proposal within 6 months since we signed the contract, your chances to receive a grant are growing up. We will also consider 2 additional bonus milestones if you'll fit into this date, and also if you can add some contribution to the dev reward program, then you can count on the additional, let's say, bonus milestone and bonus reward for that. And if your project will have influence on the key indicators of these KPIs, total value logged, unique active wallets, or volumes on our chain, you are pretty there with being accepted for the grant. So I'm encouraging you to visit our website and clicking this green button and apply to our grant program. I'm leaving my socials here. If you scan the QR code, you can reach me out on Telegram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. I can address any questions regarding the ecosystem or grant program itself. And yeah, if you have any questions, I'm open to address them right now. Thanks, guys.